So it's July, and I thought that I would film a mid-year journal flip through. This is my reading journal from Archer and Olive. I see a lot of really beautiful journals out there, but I don't see a lot of Blackout journals. So I just wanted to kind of join the conversation and show other options, especially if people have these kind of journals and don't know what to do with them. So this is my Archer and Olive Blackout journal. My stickers are from Amazon, and yeah, let's get started. So I do have my name in here, but I covered it up because my phone number and my last name is in there. I made my bullet journal Lord of the Rings themed because my husband and I are reading that this year together. So it says no admittance except on party business. And then this is from Pinterest. It's a dangerous business going out your front door. So these are my reading goals. My goals for the year are to read 104 books, read 8 nonfiction, read 10 physical TBR, finish 10 already started series, read 1 recommendation for my husband, read 1 Stephen King novel, and read 3 classics. And we'll get into how well I'm doing later. I just cross off a book every time I read one. Nothing special. This is my series tracker. So up here we have my already started series before this year. I had 20 to start with, which it's grown. And then down here I have what I've started this year, and I'll do a separate video on just my series. Sorry that the light is changing, it's cloudy outside today. These are my book purchases. I keep track of the money I spend on my books, and we'll get into how much I've spent so far this year. Speak, friend, and enter. And then this is my A to Z reading challenge. I really enjoy doing this. I did it last year and I didn't win, but that's okay. I'm only competing with myself, right? I need J, Q, U, and Z. I already have plans for J and U, but if you know any books for Q and Z that I could read, I will take some suggestions. And then I'm doing the Buzzword-a-thon. I have read 6 books, so I'm right where I need to be. And then I have the In Case You Missed It reading challenge. So starting in 2012, I read 1 book a month that's published in that year, and so on and so forth. So by December, I'll read a popular book from 2023. This is my book savings page. So this helps me keep track of library books that if I were to buy it, this is how much it would cost. And it's really saved me a lot of money so far. But I only write it down if I don't already own it and I can't get it from Kindle Unlimited. This is my shelfie, I guess is a good word for it. I just like to color in these books based off of genre and write the titles in. So we have pink is romance, purple is fantasy sci-fi, blue or teal is contemporary fiction, orange is historical fiction, blue is non-fiction, yellow is other, and green is thriller mystery. As you can see, I read a lot of fantasy, and you'll see that on the next page too. This is my reading stats page. So at the end of every month I fill this page out. So I keep track of physical, audio, ebook, if I own it, from Audible, Libby, Hoopla, Kindle Unlimited, or Ever and. The audience, so middle grade YA or adult. And then authors, female, male, or new to me authors. And my genre tracker. Fantasy has 2 lines because I know I read a lot of fantasy. My page count. My ratings are over here. I read a lot of 4 stars, and I knew that. 3 and 4 is what I usually give to books. And then if I read that day, I put a dot, and if I finished a book that day, I put an X. And then this is just a tally of how long my books are that I've been reading. And I read a lot of 300 to 400 page books. This is my book bracket. So instead of pairing like January, February up with each other, I did January, July, February, August, March, September, April, October, May, November, and June and December. That way I kind of have to wait till the end of the year to fill the whole thing out. But I like the anticipation. And I'm excited for when I get to start filling this side out, because then I can put pictures in. Alright, these are my monthly spreads, and you'll see them kind of change a little bit. So over here I write my title, start and finish a book, my star rating, and then my page number. And then I do my little checkbox whenever I finish it. But I keep track over here for how long it takes me to read. Just like that little visual helps me kind of be like, oh, it only took me a couple days to read this, or it took me a day. And it helps me calculate out my statistics of average days per book. This is my book club that I'm a part of. This book club is a national book club that I help run through Facebook, and we do swaps. So you can see down here I'm like excited to do my swap, and then my favorite book of the month was The Bear and the Nightingale for January. And I put some fan art in there. My printer is kind of janky, so it looks awful, but in February I tried this tracker again to like how long I listened to the book down here. I didn't stick with it because it was just too much for me to keep track of. Again, I have book clubs. I joined another book club more local to me, and we read The Midnight Library for the month of February. And then I had my favorite book of the month, and then I did a runner-up because I thought it was a good honorable mention. We have March. Yeah, this part's kind of boring. I'm just gonna flip through. I will say for March I did a book swap only, so I sent Murder in the Family, and she sent me Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun. She completed my own series for that, and then they published another one. My favorite book of the month in March was Between Two Kingdoms. I work as a nurse, and this book was really eye-opening to read from the aspect of a patient, because sometimes you do forget, like, they have other things on their mind other than being in the hospital, you know? It's good. April, I ran out of room on my little chart here, so I put it on my sticky. And then this one was really exciting. The Dallas Museum of Arts had a book tour that featured Leigh Bardugo to talk about The Familiar. So I got a signed copy of that from that tour. Yeah, it's pretty neat. More swaps. This was my last swap for a while. It just got a little overwhelming. I did not know that Reddit does a fantasy bingo card until this year, and I'm going to participate because it's so fun. Like, I just like doing the bingo cards and challenging myself to read books that I usually wouldn't read otherwise. I'm not doing the hard mode, I'm just trying my best with the normal stuff. May. We're almost there, guys. I don't know why it took me so long to read Vicious. V.E. Schwab is one of my favorite authors. But I love this book, and I will take any more superhuman, had powers either from birth or anything like that. I will take recommendations of that because I really enjoyed that. This is just a summer reading challenge off of Facebook. Just something fun to do. I'm almost done with it. I only have 6 more prompts to do. And then last month, I did pretty good. Alright. So this is my mid-year spread. So the journey so far, I've read 72 books, 23,925 pages. I've read 19% thriller, 7% contemporary fiction, 3% historical fiction, 10% other, 40% fantasy, 8% romance, and 10% nonfiction. It's supposed to be like the sword from Lord of the Rings. I don't know if y'all are fans or not, but... And as far as reading goals go, I've read my 8 nonfiction, read 10 physical TBR books, read my husband's recommendation, read 1 Stephen King novel, and I've read 3 classics. I've spent just about $80 on books for gifts for friends, and then I've saved $541.28 by using the library. I have priority TBR. I want to finish the Chronicle of Narnia series and the Inheritance Game series, just because I'm halfway or more than halfway into those series. And then as far as reading challenges go, I wanted to kind of do like a loading bar. So Goodreads, I'm ahead. This is my 104 books, but I've read 72. My A to Z challenge, I'm only behind by 4. My Buzzwordathon, I've read 5 out of 12. My In Case You Missed a Challenge, I've read 6 out of 12. And then my Fantasy Bingo, I think I had 16 out of 25 or something like that. Anyway, that's it for the flip through. I hope you liked the video. Please like and subscribe, and comment down below a book that you think I could read for Z or Q, or if you don't have a suggestion for me, maybe comment your favorite color heart, just to show me some love.